What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube. This is Tyler Weeb of Team Pro Physique, and today we're going to talk about alcohol intake and fat loss. Right, so like with most diets that people get on, they feel like they need to cut a bunch of things out of their life. Things range from gotta cut out all carbs, or I gotta cut out all processed food, or I gotta cut out this, that, and one of the things that kind of gets the axe right away, or people feel like they really just need to fully, completely cut out, is alcohol. And I mean, this is pretty much everyone's favorite pastime. Granted, no, not everyone, but for the most part, a lot of people, they love to enjoy, their alcohol, whether it's on the weekend with family, friends, or something to just kind of de-stress at the end of the day. After a long day at work, have a beer, wine, whatever. And so once again, we're left with, something that people feel that they're not allowed to have. And I think kind of what we can see is that, as soon as you tell yourself that you can't have something, you automatically want it. And so what happens is, you might last, a few weeks without any alcohol intake, but, this coming weekend you have this party coming up, and you know that there's going to be lots of alcohol there, and so you end up completely blowing off your macros. You indulge in that late night drunken pizza, and before you know it, we're kind of on a track of, well, I screwed up, so you know what, now we're going out for brunch, I'm gonna have a couple seizures, screw it, I'll get back together or get back on track on Monday. And you kind of do get this kind of the ball rolling almost, and you're like, oh, now this weekend I've got this birthday party, well, I need to have a few drinks now, and so on and so forth. And so we run into this pattern of constantly overindulging on the thing that we're not allowed, or we tell ourselves we're not allowed to have. And so with alcohol, yes, it is a very small amount for a lot of calories, right? So your typical 12-ounce beer is probably going to have around 160 to 200 extra calories. And so that is something that, you do have to be aware of. But what I'm saying is that, just like anything else, it needs to be tracked. Thankfully, alcohol can be tracked. The unfortunate thing is that you do have to do a little bit of math, and you can't just Google, how many calories or how many carbs in whiskey. When I first started, I did that, and it told me there's 0 grams of carbs in Jack Daniels, a drink made out of corn, but there's no carbs. So the way alcohol works in the body is that it's going to go into the liver, where it's broken down and then distributed into the bloodstream then. So the way it does act in the body, it acts both as a fat and a carbohydrate. So there is 7 calories per gram of alcohol. So it is kind of that fourth macronutrient. But a really good way of doing it is you can either, because it acts as both a carbohydrate and fat, you can take it out of both of those macronutrients. So what I like to do is I typically take it out of my carbs. So I'll take a serving of whatever drink I'm having. You get the total calories per serving. So for hard liquor, it would be like 1 fluid ounce. For the beer, I would just go 12 fluid ounces, and then wine 5 fluid ounces. And then so you would take the total calories of that, and then you would divide by 4, because there's 4 grams of carb, or 4 calories per gram of carb in that macronutrient. Or what you can also do is you can also, if you want, take it out of your fat. So then you would just take the total calories, and then you would divide by 9, because there's 9 calories per gram of fat. So you can either do one or the other, or you can do a little mixture of both. So that's just a really good way to just track your alcohol. What I would do is I would just input, if you know that you have an event coming up, I would input, the amount of drinks that you might want to have that night, depending on where your calories are, and then just, build the rest of your day around that. And then that way, you're going to ensure yourself that you are going to be able to enjoy yourself without going over your calories, which is kind of the main goal. is that to say that you should never fully, enjoy yourself? No, that's not the case either. I firmly believe that every once in a while it's totally okay just to kind of, say, sorry guys, Charlie, um, what was it? Fully enjoy yourself. I'm not, it shouldn't be every weekend, but if you've just got a pretty awesome event coming up and, you've been super diligent for a really long time and, you don't have a show coming up anytime soon, I would just, if you feel like you need the night, then you need the night, enjoy yourself, and then just get right back on track on the Sunday, hit a maybe a good workout depending on how you're feeling and go from there. So, name of the game is yes, you can have alcohol while you're dieting. Just make sure to track it. Divide by 4 carbs, divide by 9 for fats. So, hope this is helpful. Go out, enjoy that beer, enjoy that whiskey, whatever it is, and we'll talk again soon.